we've got a Avengers Doomsday teaser solved. You know, the Russo brothers, the directors. I posted a photo on Instagram of the set, and it's saying like look hard. So what you're trying to look for. So hopefully Cosmic Wonder solves this. I've seen quite a bit of others, and others have a bit of ideas of what it is, but let's just hope Cosmic Wonder knows. So let's get it.
Subtly telling us yesterday that Marvel's not going to release any movies between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. They have decided they needed to release something that would hype us up for Avengers Doomsday, or get us talking about it again, because that is exactly what this new cryptic photo is meant to do. The Russos have been known to do this. They did it before for Avengers Endgame, and really the sole purpose of this is for
I remember
to
this.
talk about it. But I'm a Marvel channel.
I remember
we talk
that.
about Marvel every day. So, behold.
Behold my stuff.
Our cryptic photo.
Ooh.
And I do think there are some things to be discovered in here. Obviously, right away, this looks exactly, almost to the T, of what the cryptic photo from Avengers Endgame looked like, when we didn't even know the title for the movie yet. We saw an A.
I've had an idea. Like on the left,
representing Avengers.
it shows
Endgame.
an A,
And as it turns out, we were right.
and then
Now,
on the
Reese
right
Brothers
it
never
shows
actually
X.
commented on this and
So does
confirmed
that
it,
mean
but
Avengers
right.
versus
Now, for
X-Men,
this
or
one,
Avengers and
there
X-Men?
seems to be a
Don't know.
theme that a lot of people online seemingly believe that this is trying to show us. Now, right here, we obviously have an A. This is very intentionally designed to show us an A.
It's an A.
That's obviously for Avengers. Now, if you look to the right, we can see some X's up here. Now,
Yeah.
this is clearly part of a set. There's a huge green screen or blue screen in the background, so clearly they were shooting something really big here. But on this side, it does seem to be, these seem to be A's. Then you can also see some X's in place. And a lot of people are thinking, and I can see it myself, that this is showing us an Avengers versus X-Men. And that is almost confirmed to happen for the movie. The X-Men and the Avengers
I hope it
are
does.
going to cross paths.
But
From what
me
we've heard
personally,
from
I
rumors
think
and
the
reports, the Avengers
X-Men
are
would
actually
win.
going to go to the X-Men universe. We've also heard that
Because
Doom
X-Men
is
has
going to attack
Professor
the
X,
X-Mansion using Sentinels.
Nightcrawler,
So Doom
Cyclops,
goes first, we're assuming.
Mystique,
He attacks the X-Men.
Beast,
He leaves, gets what he wants, does what he came to do,
and
he leaves.
Magneto if he's
Then
on their
the
side.
Avengers show up seeking Monica Rambeau, and the X-Men probably view them as hostile since the last person that came from a different universe attacked them and probably killed some of them. I hate to say it, but I think some X-Men are going to die. Not the main ones. I don't need to see Professor Xavier die on screen once again. So some people are saying there's the A's right here. There are some V's right here, and I do see a V, and then you have another X right here. AVX. Avengers versus the X-Men. That very well could be the case. We do have a lot of A's here. There are 3 A's. There's actually 4. There's a lot of A's here. But some people think that this could mean, since this is coming out the day after, not even 24 hours after Variety is confirmed, the unlisted, unnamed Marvel release date slot, unnamed movie, that is now gone. That's gone to the Simpsons sequel. After 20 years, it's coming back. So Marvel does not have a movie coming out.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
To
I
Avengers
can't
films
wait
anymore.
for Simpsons Part
Some
2.
people think this could mean another
First one
Avengers
is
movie.
nostalgic.
I wouldn't go
as
that
hell,
far.
so.
That's what I want to believe, because I've been preaching for a while. I think Secret Wars needs to be 2 parts. So I would love for them to reveal part 1 and part 2. And it would be crazy if they even waited to reveal this till Secret Wars came out. Maybe in like the post-credit scene at the end, it says the Avengers will return in Secret Wars part 2. I think that would be amazing. Not sure that that's what they're telling us here, because there's 4 A's here. 2, 3, 4, and you could probably just go on to be more, but that's obviously very intentional. This shot is very intentional. They could have taken it from any place, but right here we do have the giant A, and we have what appears to be Joe Russo on his phone doing something, and then we have the X's up here. Now again, the photo that they posted before, it did say AE. It did say Avengers Endgame. And what's interesting is I'm
It does
pretty
look
sure
like
this
a
is exactly this
broken
is exactly
building
what
at the
they said
top
before. Look
right.
dot dot dot.
It looks
That's
it looks
exactly what they
broken.
said before.
Like
And
the
we
top
have
bit.
like the old photos right here, right? And the crazy thing is we were looking, at like what could this device right here be. We had no idea. We thought it could be like a photon cannon for Horde Machine. We were looking at everything, but in reality, it just ended up being Avengers Endgame. But here's the actual reality of this situation.
Okay.
It very well could say Avengers versus the X-Men. Some people have pointed out numerous ways.
But we
that
already
could say
know
We
that,
could say it
though.
right here, or we could actually see it as some people have pointed out: A, and then a V, and then an S.
I'm pretty sure when
X's.
they
There's many
announced
ways that you could
X-Men
see
in the Avengers,
well,
like
maybe
there's
we
going to
could
be
say
X
A, V,
versus
X in this.
Avengers.
And I think that is going to be probably the biggest marketing point for this movie, outside of Robert Downey Jr. has now returned to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as the villain. That's obviously a big selling point.
No Doom.
But then you have the original
No
X-Men
Doom
returning. That is huge.
in this picture.
This most likely is teasing something about that. But in reality, like I mentioned in the beginning, what this is about is really just marketing. They want people to talk about the film. It doesn't mean that they're not actually giving us something here.
Yeah, they're crafty.
But they
Very
want us to
crafty.
talk
Just
about
give
this.
us a
And
teaser,
honestly,
at least.
with everything
I think we
that
might.
we've heard in the past week
Maybe Christmas time we
about
might
the
get a
MCU
teaser.
resets,
Maybe.
about no movie in between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, and now this, I think it's going to work. And they also know that we have Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out soon as well, and they're letting the public take pictures. They're shooting publicly, and that's actually quite interesting about Avengers Doomsday. We don't have any leaks for this movie, really, of any of.
No. We only have that photo. It was like of a blanket, and it had all the characters, like what would they look like in the movie. But
So this could be
realistically,
the
we haven't seen any photos of
CGI.
Doom, the X-Men.
This
Well,
is
we have
just
seen a
hype
couple
aside, and
of the
it
X-Men, but
works.
not
It
that
gets
much.
us hype for this.
I don't know if the
It
video
really does
cut
get us hype for this.
because of the,
I mean, we obviously know
my
there's going to be
back
some
died.
CGI in it, but based on how practically they're
the,
filming Spider-Man Brand New Day, I want
we've
to
had
assume
a
that
couple
they're doing
leaks
a lot
of the
that
X-Men,
for Avengers
but
Doomsday as well. Now, another thing
of the
that this might
Avengers,
be that some people
Doom, and all that.
have kind
We
of
haven't had that.
is that
Nothing.
There is
Like,
kind of a resemblance of a TVA.
do we really know what
We can
Doom looks
find
like?
Ds, we can find A's, we can find B's for sure.
Like, we've seen a
There
couple
are lots
photos,
of
but
Bs you can find.
do we
And
really
some
know
people
what
are
he's
trying
gonna look
to,
like in the movie?
Say, T, V, A. This could be. They could have filmed a scene here where Doom is going up against Loki and confronting Loki. We did recently hear a report.
Because
that Doom
Loki's
is going
coming
to
back, so
completely
TVA
destroy
will
the
be a big
TVA.
part of it.
And if you're somebody who is mad that the multiverse is coming to an end, and then you find out that there's an entity who has been watching the whole thing and actually has been destroying universes themselves and timelines, yeah, you might be pretty mad. And if you don't want anybody else to have any control whatsoever, yes, you would destroy
Good.
that entity.
I hate the
And if
TVA.
Loki is in charge,
The
which he
like
is,
all that
yeah,
controlling the universe. Like,
we're gonna get
nah,
a
they
Loki
need
versus
Loki
Doomsday.
just to control
And we've
it.
actually heard the Avengers rush to Loki's side. They get to the TVA and they try to defend him. So the final battle is most likely going to be a giant battle that is Doom trying to get to Loki. That probably ends with Doom winning. I don't want to say Loki's going to die because I don't think so, but he will be defeated and dethroned. So there could be something here for that. I think the biggest thing here though is Avengers versus the X-Men. These are clear A's and we have some clear X's right here. I think that's what we're looking at here. Again, I think it's a scene that we knew was coming, that we just assumed was coming. That makes sense based on what I said before. They're going to show up and they're going to fight for a little bit. There is something here. I am convinced
that's probably the only thing, but we already knew that.
Is the A, and the A's right here. Like these A's look like the Avengers logo, right? And then you have the X's. Like these are clearly, these look a lot like Avengers logos. They really do. And these are clearly X. These are X's.
Well, who's it? I don't get it right because they're going to say the Avengers versus X-Men.
And X-Men. I think that's.
It's not the Avengers.
Remember, we're not going to.
The only Avengers we have are Thor and Hawkeye,
from this.
Hulk,
The last
and
photo
that's
that we
it.
saw that said look
Everyone
hard,
else is gone.
it just had the A
So
right here and the E.
is it going to be the new
That gave us
Avengers?
the name. And we know the name of
Thunderbolts,
Avengers
the
Doomsday
new
right
Avengers,
now. Right? So
and
it's
the,
not like some
versus the
revelation.
X-Men.
And it's
Because
not
if not, then the X-Men
crazy
win.
that, you
No
we
doubt.
have the X-Men
So
in this movie when Marvel has already admitted,
I don't know.
or not admitted, but they've already revealed via the chair video that the X-Men are indeed going to be in this film. So there you go. We pretty much knew it was Avengers Endgame before, but the Russo brothers teased it. Now they're doing it again. Avengers, X-Men. I was trying to see like maybe there's a T for Thunderbolts or W for Wakandas. Some people think up here is like a TVA. But I think what we're really hinting at here is Avengers and the X-Men. This could be the X-Mansion scene. This could be a doorway right here that we see to go inside the X-Mansion. We're never going to really know. The Russo brothers never came out and told us about Avengers Endgame with the other cryptic photo. We might not ever hear from them about this, but the biggest thing
Could be.
for me.
Yeah. Oh, right. Thank you, Cosmic Wonder, for that. You know, I already kind of gathered that it would be X-Men versus Avengers, but I don't know why it's called X-Men versus Avengers when the Avengers aren't here. So it should be called like the Thunderbolts versus X. Like, I don't know why they named themselves the New Avengers. I wish they just kept it as Thunderbolts. I think Thunderbolts sounds so much better than the New Avengers, but oh well, that's Marvel for you. That's Marvel for you. But I think if the OG Avengers come back, then they'll change their name to Thunderbolts, because I think that's what they should just stick with. Thunderbolt. I think Thunderbolts sounds better. Anyways, thank you, Cosmic Wonder. We kind of got it solved. You know, we need maybe the full answers of the Russo brothers. But yeah.